Greetings, everyone. My name is Seven, and I'm in London, and I want to just take a few minutes of your time to talk to you on this last day of December 2024 to tell you about a very, very, very important campaign that we've spearheaded in the UK. And I'm calling for everybody to get on board with it. Doesn't matter where you are. Now, this campaign is to end the targeted terror stalking of victims, innocent people by a crime ring, which is in the entertainment industry, but they're linked to every kind of industry you could think of. Now, what I want to do is put the link in the description area where you can read for yourself, you can look at the evidence. But the UK have a notorious crime ring which is spearheaded by somebody called Richard Branson. Many of you have been looking at the crimes of P. Diddy, but Richard Branson is much worse. This man is responsible for crimes against humanity. Now, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I sued this crime ring and I basically won one of the biggest cases of its kind for the theft of my intellectual property. Famous TV shows that many of you will know: Strictly Come Dancing, Dancing with Stars, You Are What You Eat, 10 Years Younger. Many of my shows, many of you will know, but you won't know me. And the money from my famous TV shows, such as Dancing with Stars, if you're in the USA, you'll know that show, is actually funding terrorism. It's funding the staging of terrorism. It's funding gang stalking operations. It's funding institutional racism, but not just institutional racism. We're talking horrific exploitation akin to modern slavery, which is going on in the entertainment industry right now. Many of us who are creatives are being terrorized by monsters. People who create zero, people who create absolutely nothing. And year after year, they live off the royalties, publishing rights, and copyrights of people like myself. Famous people, and many people whose names we will never know because they're no longer alive. We've had enough, people. We've had enough of people who consider themselves elite and are absolute scum. We've had enough of people who think that they are entitled to terrorize, murder, abuse, use, exploit innocent people to get rich on other people's labor. Enough. As we transition into this new paradigm, the new paradigm that we call 2025, because we know it's not the year 2025, but let's just call it the new paradigm shift into a new level of consciousness. Now there's a changing of the guard. How we do things as we go forward is not the same as in 2024. So I'm coming to you to tell you it's time. It's time to take the power back. It's time to stop the crimes against humanity. It's time to stop parasites, people who have no value, do not value human life, who do not value themselves even. It's time to put a stop to abusers, users, exploiters, manipulators, deceivers. There will be no pretenders to the throne, family. It's time to shut it down. For 21 years, I have been targeted by this crime ring to steal the rights of my famous work that was stolen from me. I took proceedings in the courts and I won the biggest case of its kind on public record. The case was called Seven, My Name, versus Gossage, and 9 others. Now, what many of you don't know is that my case is behind historical events, events that took innocent people's lives, events such as the 7/7 bombings in 2005, Charlie Hebdo that took place in France in 2015. Charlie Hebdo actually means Charlie 7, which is my name. Also, Grenfell Tower, where 2 of my relatives died who were living on the 16th floor in 2017, June to be precise. There's a crime ring who are at the core of all of those events. A crime ring who have been staging false flag terrorism, using the money from my royalties and other creative people who they've targeted. For 21 years, these people have terrorized me to such an extent that members of my family are no longer living. Members of my family have been unalived by these people. I call them people, but they're actually monsters. So what we're doing here is we're going to shut it down. As we go into 2025 tomorrow, the plan is that we unite with our hearts, with our minds, with our consciousness to go forward into 2025 with a whole different paradigm. I'm asking for everybody to go to the description area of this video and sign the petition. Whether you use your name or your real address, you don't have to. It's not about that. It's about us sending the message to these satanic, evil, devilish, demonic monsters that we're not having it anymore. It's about sending the message that we put value on each other before money. It's about sending the message that we know exactly what's going on and we've had enough. We will not tolerate it for a day longer. For 21 years, family, these people have literally gone out of their way to try to destroy my life. They've taken the lives of, I believe, my mother and my father, who died under suspicious circumstances, my beloved cousin, Ronnie Nicholas, who fought the case with me, 7 versus Gossage and 9 others, which I won. When you read the campaign petition about what has been done to me and other innocent people in the UK, I want you to get behind it. I want you to pass it on. I want you to tell the world that the UK is running the biggest slave trade happening in 2024, and we're taking it into 2025. The UK has been running slave trading, exploitation campaigns, murdering innocent people, staging of false flag terrorism in order to cover up their filth and their mess. Enough, family. I'm calling upon the Most High's people, because what the people who are doing this, these are Satan's people. These are demons. These are people who worship evil. And so this is the rise of the Most High people. This is the unification of the Most High's people to rise up united, to shut it down and jail these monsters. These people were supposed to go to jail decades ago. After I won my case in the Royal Courts of Justice, they covered it up. They covered it up in order to continue stealing my royalties and my copyrights and publishing for my famous shows, Strictly Come Dancing, Dancing with the Stars, You Are What You Eat, 10 Years Younger. It's a massive catalogue of shows that was stolen from me. They've been stealing from creative people in order to create their kingdom of Satan. This is where the Most High's people step it up. This is where we step it up and we shut it down. We shut it down and we let these demons know it's enough. It is enough. So I'm asking everybody, go to the description area, read the petition, share the petition, use your platforms to talk about the petition, and my case, 7 versus Gossage and 9 others, and that the UK is running an outright slave trade. For us in the UK, it's like 16 and 1700s. An example of what I'm talking about is my cousin Ronnie Nicholas was murdered. They got the coroner to cover up that he was murdered. They cremated his body with no permission to cover up the fact that he was murdered. On top of that, they denied him the right to even have a funeral. This is what's going on in the UK, family. This is what has been done to me and countless other people. In the UK, they're running an open slave trade, and it's time to shut it down. I need everybody to get on board with this, because this affects everybody, wherever you are around the world. They're running it from the entertainment industry. The entertainment industry is a dangerous place. It's an evil place where they are running the most horrific crimes against humanity. It is not just P. Diddy. It's time to rise up, family, to shut it down. I'm going to leave the link in the description. In the actual petition, I've left links about my case, the case that I won, the courtroom hearing, evidence of the courtroom hearings. You can see videos, live videos of them trying to stage false flag terrorism. If you go to my TikTok channel, right now, they're trying to stop me communicating because they don't want this information going viral. They don't want us to take our power back. They don't want us uniting. That's where you say no, family. That's where you say we are going to unite on this issue and shut it down. The petition is to end the targeted terror stalking of myself, victims, and members of the public, which is you, and to jail the crime ring that has been terrorizing people for decades. People who call themselves elite. They're not elite. These are parasites. These are wicked, evil, demonic parasites. And they need to know it. You need to stop giving them your power. And this is where we take the power back. So, get behind me, family. Share the link everywhere. Let the world know that the UK are running an open slave trade via the entertainment industry and every other sector. When you read the petition and you see the evidence, you will be horrified of what these people have been getting away with. No more. Rise up, family. Wishing you powerful, justice-filled, divine 2025, where the Most High people make their power felt in the world, and we shut it down once and for all. Peace out, family.